It's Daniela from Sister Mediums. How are you? We are in the month of March 1st already. I feel like this year is floating by super quickly. So I sat with angels, I sat with my guides and loved ones and asked them, what does the collective really need? The people who are watching these. We know there's a lot of you who come back month after month looking for that guidance. And I know a lot of times it might not resonate with you. It doesn't have to do with what's going on at that time. So I try to ask them to give me something that is general yet specific to your situation. So I want you to apply these cards based on what's going on in your life. So is there a relationship that needs some tending to, or is it your career and you're trying to make a choice on what's happening? Family life, is there somebody who you need to confront, or a situation that you haven't given enough time or thought to? I want you to think of those things at the back of your mind. I have pulled about, 8 cards. Took a look at them, and it's crazy how the alignment just flows. So I just literally am hitting record, and here we are. We're starting off with 5 of Ariel. So you guys know how I am with numbers. 5 is always change. So we're already starting off this month with a lot of change that's going to be happening. The change is not a bad thing, but it could also be a scary thing, because I'm getting that feeling of this card specifically showing me that castle, that fortress. Something that you thought was actually really strong or secure in your life is all of a sudden, sorry, I don't know why this is like doing this, driving me nuts. I don't know why all of a sudden it's not secure anymore for you, but you have this opportunity to actually break free from this. So this is a change that's happening. It was your strength and your foundation at some point, but part of you has left that behind and are ready to move forward. It also is a reminder of you don't need to do this by yourself. You have a lot of people around you who support you. Here I am seeing 4 with the 5 in the middle of these actual coins, these energy fields, these mandalas, depending on how you want to look at them. So I look at it as a different set of support systems that are existent around you. Trust them. Aside from the support you get from other people, we have to go within. So here's the strength and the lion. And this card is a great reminder that you have to dig for your strength. It's okay to feel defeated, or a feeling of sense of loss or sadness because you're at a point of, I have to make this decision. I'm not necessarily comfortable with it. And it could be that, shift to work, going to a different department, leaving a job altogether, and you're actually really close with your boss. So you're feeling these feelings of, I hope they don't take this personally. Unfortunately, when we hold back on things like that, we're not living in our truth. We're more worried about how other people will react. And the truth is that has nothing to do with you. Someone's reaction is a true definition of their worth, what they feel, and someone may misinterpret what you're doing. Like your boss might think, oh my God, but I've invested so much time in you, and I've given you so much opportunity, and all these different things that come up, but you're ready to take off in a new direction. You're ready to take risks because your soul is speaking to you. Trust that you have enough strength to do this. Lean on that. Always number 11, we've got our angels who are watching over us through this. And I'm also seeing a lot of grass, a lot of growth. So you're growing as a person. You also could be growing financially as well. There is an opportunity here for you to take that step forward, have strength, and go forward with it. It's good. It's a good sign. Now, hang on. I got to put my glasses on for this one because I'm like, I want to make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Yes, I am. So right over here, there is this dove holding this energy cord here. This is also a reminder, cut the cords. Now, when you're cutting cords, why do I find a lot of people automatically go to the negative? It's not a negative thing. When you're cutting cords, you can also cut cords to toxic people who are good people. It just might mean a situation is being looked at in a toxic way. We've got to let that go. We have to learn to cut cords. Cutting cords is actually a good thing. It doesn't mean you don't love that person. It just means you're ready to cut the ties from that situation that may have held you back, or cut the ties to feeling you need to make them feel better as opposed to yourself. So strength, okay? This is like 10 different things going on in this card, but at the end of the day, it's the strength you have to find from within. but the support around you always makes sense. Here's the pink card. Pink is always love because that fuels you. I'm seeing the purple card, which is always a reminder of having faith, and it falls back on another pink card. I'm wearing pink today. It's my favorite color. Aside from black, we all know that when it's color, it's pink. So there's that feeling of love. It's interesting, even when I think of the choice of gemstones I choose to wear, moonstone, because it always gives me that psychic awareness. And I can tap in a lot easier when I'm doing my card readings, and rhodonite, which is always about well-being and love and self-love. So clearly that's what I needed today, and maybe I'm brushing some of that off to you guys as well, for those of you who are watching. So Ace of Ariel, it's a great day. This is a great month. First of the month is always new beginnings. One, Ace, a new beginning here in many different ways, but this involves sitting on some money here. So could be that something you've been waiting for in terms of a deal is coming to fruition, so money's coming your way. Could just mean you had a great month in February, weren't expecting it, so you're having a payout of some sort in March. I'm also hearing shed light. So there's that feeling of shedding light on what are you doing with your money. Are some of you not saving it, or just spending it all, being a little too frivolous? Because I'm getting the feeling of spend, but spend wisely. Even though there's a lot of money and resources coming your way and new beginnings, a change in job or promotion is what this card says. I never really read the cards, but for some reason I felt like I needed to. It's smooth sailing. This is a yes. Anyone who is contemplating, do I, don't I? Yes, 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 yes. It is a good thing for you. Okay? Did I say yes? How many times? Why? Because this is what's going to happen. A new you is emerging. Now, here we have in this card, there's lilies in here. Lilies is always synonymous with spring and March and Easter, and that whole feeling that's coming over the next month or two. A new you is emerging. You cannot be the next version of yourself unless you're willing to change. So back to your front beginning card. If you don't make a change in your life for whatever that is for you, you are not going to emerge into a new you. You'll always be the same you along the way, which is not necessarily a bad thing either. But a lot of people strive to be better in different aspects of their life, whether it's communication with your family, communication with your friends, communication with coworkers. You always want to better yourself. So do you want this version of you to emerge? You have to make a change. You have to take a risk, okay? How do we do that? So a lot of you have always expressed to us that it's very tough for you to figure out how you want to let go, or how you can take that step. How do I, if I don't have the means, how can I get to that point? Well, sometimes the answers come to you in the places you least expect it. And for us, it's always in nature. It's always when you quiet the mind. So this card is telling me, get out. The weather's been actually pretty good. Get out there, go for a walk, clear your head. Sometimes you just need a 10-minute walk to be able to, ask the universe, what is it I need to see? What am I not seeing in a situation? Or why can't I make this decision? Why can't I move forward? What do I feel I don't have to my disposal to do what I have to do? For some of you, it could be emotion. It could be the fact that you don't want to have a conversation with someone. It could be the fact that you don't feel worthy enough. So here we come back to that self-love. This is where you can give it to yourself. By being outside and doing something for you, it's part of self-care. Okay, see how they're all tied in together? A change has to happen, and it's only going to happen when you make that step to do something different than what you normally would do. Okay? Here's another, I guess, someone's going to say in this beginning of this reading, well, what do I have to do to get all these, these new things about myself to start moving forward? And here's the emerging card. They're telling you get out in nature, but I'm also hearing clear your space. Archangels come forward with this one and are saying to me, in order to bring in that abundance of energy and that abundance of beautiful light in your home, in your space, clear your clutter. Listen, some of you follow Feng Shui, some of you just follow this feeling of spring is here, it's time for spring cleaning, but I'm getting the feeling of some of you have areas in your home that are holding you back because there's stagnant energy there. If you want to repaint something, now's the time to repaint it. If you want to redecorate or move something around, now's the time to do it. I read an article once on Feng Shui, and they say you should move, I believe it's 27 items. Don't quote me, Google it, but I want to say it's 27 items in your home. And if you move these 27 items, it actually begins the flow and the alignment of bringing more abundance and clarity into the house. So, saging. Guys, it was a freaking full moon last night. How many of you wrote your letters, burned your letters, sent them to Pachamama and Mother Earth and asked for this release of all the negative, heavy emotion you carry and bring something amazing forward? How many of you did that? And if you didn't, you still have time. Go do it. Go back to our Instagram. There's a reel there. Go on TikTok. TikTok has the full video of exactly what you need to do, clearing your crystals, having what you need to write in your letter. Go watch it. There is information there at your disposal. It does not have to cost you anything to do it. You just got to go and watch it. Now, the interesting thing with clearing the 27 items, it doesn't mean you need to take out 27 items and throw them. It might just mean the movement. Just think of the energy. Everything is energy around you. You know, I have got cream bottle here, cream tube here. I have, excuse me, my phone. You know, Julie and I find she comes in a lot. She's going to kill me when she sees this, but she moves everything around. She's very OCD like that, where things have to be in a certain way. Whereas I'm just the same. We're one and the same, where it's like, well, no, I want this here. I think the flow is better here. And she's like, no, but I think the flow is better here. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're moving things constantly. So I think that's what brings in that constant flow of abundant energy in here. And people feel it when they walk in. Everybody says it. They're like, oh, it's such a beautiful space. I feel a different energy in here. But that's because we make sure we're constantly moving things around. Ask that energy to come in and clear the space and bring in that white light into the areas that you're living in. So I hope you're all going to move 27 items. And again, like I said, it doesn't mean throwing them away. It just might mean moving them around the house to create that chi that you need in the house. Now, following this, 6 of Michael, there's light at the end of the tunnel for some of you who still can't make those moves. It's okay. It's on your time. Yes, I'm telling you to do it, but you can only lead a horse to water. And we say it all the time. Also very easy for me to dish it out. I can't always take it myself too, but we're here to guide you because we're in the same boat. We are all going through different things in our lifetime. Some easier than others. But if you don't try, if you don't take that step forward at some point, you'll kind of always be in that space of stagnant stuckness, I like to call it. There is light at the end of the tunnel, though. I want you guys to breathe. How many of you do breathing techniques, breathing and meditation? These are all things that are going to help you. I know it sounds so cliche, but it's true. That's all you need to do to start moving forward. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Archangel Michael has lifted you from a situation. This is showing me that there was definitely a storm brewing. There may have been some conflict here. There may still be conflict here in a relationship, a job, family, life. But Archangel Michael is protecting you. He is here to say he's protecting you. He's got your back. While the wind is blowing to the west here, it's almost like the east. It's bringing in all this great stuff. So take it. There's definitely a life lesson to be learned through all that happens this month. I also feel, even though it's 31 days in March, it is going to be another very quick month for us. For those of you who are ready to take the step, it's going to be quick. It's going to be fast. Those of you who are still stuck, I'm going to make 2 suggestions. One is lean on others. Ask them for help. They cannot read your minds. While some people might be able to, not everybody can. Speak your truth and say what you need to say to each other. Ask for that support that you need in order to help move forward. It's interesting because I happen to have this crystal beside me, and the reason it's here is legitimately because, sorry, this thing's falling, my light's falling. I have it here because I needed to put it on the website. I needed to change the coding on it. So it's here. But for those of you who don't know, I'm just going to try to put it up closer. Look at how gorgeous this stone is. This is pink opal, known as the stone of hope. It is connected to, this one's $68 for anybody who's curious. It is connected to the heart and emotions, helps with healing, spiritual awareness, and really helps dissipate the stress and center you in your emotions, your mental health, your emotions. It's a great stone to have by your bedside. It's a great stone to hold. You can feel the energy of stones the minute they're in your hand. Stones, crystals, everyone calls them something different. In essence, they're really from Mother Earth, and they're beautiful pieces. So consider using metaphysical products to enhance what you're going through. This is definitely going to be one of the newest ones added to mine and Julie's collection. You have no idea how many we have right now, but they are such an emotional support in so many ways. So you can check that out on our website. But Pink Opal, this is a great one. No coincidence it's here, and I had it for something else, but I'm talking about it. Now, the final thing that I have here is there's a new deck that I have called The Soul's Journey, James Van Praagh. I absolutely love him. And I just felt like it's nice to end off on a card that really talks about a life lesson. So the card I pulled was the happiness card. However, it came out in reverse. So really what this is telling me is that for those of you who are ready to make that change forward, congratulations, good for you. You will be rewarded in the end. And it's good. Nobody says you have to end things on a bad note. Nobody says that if your divorce is finalized, you have to be angry and mad at one another. You can get through this by speaking, through communication, through expressing how you feel. But those of you who are not ready yet and cannot let go, or maybe also haven't had a chance to take a look in the mirror, because what you say about someone else mirrors exactly parts of you, you're blocking it. You are blocking your own happiness from coming. If you're not ready to accept or make these changes, or accept the changes someone else has made around you, especially in a relationship. I have had so many people who, it's funny, this mirrors very much the 3-card reading. If you guys saw it on Instagram, TikTok, all the other stuff we put it on, a lot of people sent DMs that were going through divorces and how it resonated so much. But there are some people who are on the other end of that saying, oh my God, happiness and freedom was the word, is mine. And there's a lot of you who are still not there yet, not willing to accept that it's okay to make a change. It's okay to move forward in a way, but without animosity, without a feeling of hatred, or without a feeling of being blindsided in a relationship. A lot of those DMs spoke to me because I could feel what these people were saying in terms of not being able to let go or not seeing the truth in a situation, and that it was a long time coming. So kudos to you guys for taking that step forward. Trust, you guys know, even though this is in reverse and you're blocking your happiness, you're the only one who can change it. Okay, so it is saying you're going to struggle a little bit more this month with that piece of things. But I know eventually you will get to the point of the reverse. We'll switch to the happiness life lesson. Happiness, guys, you hold it. When you're happy, you're on the right path. When you're sad, clearly something's wrong. If you're not in your feeling of worthiness and happiness and feeling joy, something's off. Something's not right. Listen to yourself. Listen to the emotions that are happening. So I said I would make this a short video, but clearly we're still talking. So it happens. I feel it. The angels want us to make sure that we are giving you this information. Our guides come to us so that we can pass on this information to you to say it's okay to not be ready, but trust that those of you who are, this is what's laid out for you, okay? So it's a good month. Always take it as a lesson. Trust that it's free will when it comes to these cards, so they can change based on your decisions. You don't want to be happy. You don't want to be stuck. Figure out what you got to do, okay? They gave us so many suggestions. I hope some of you guys will take that walk, clear your space. Put it in the comments. I want to see if any of you change those 27 things in your house and how things, how the energy moves. It's going to be great, okay? So have a great month of March. I will see you back here May 1st, praying for amazing weather. I think today's rainy and kind of dreary this morning, so let's see what happens. Okay, so guys, have a great month. Blessings on blessings. You'll see Julie back here April 1st. I'll see you in 2 months, and as always, be strong, have strength, like our Nonna would say all the time. You can do this. Don't forget, this is one of the most important cards in this deck. Have a great one. Talk soon.